It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh, yes, it is. It is your feel-good breakfast show on S3. The start of a new year is an opportunity to clean out all the clutter and to get organized. Now, one of the best ways to start fresh is by getting your home in order and by changing a few things in your home. Interior designer Dylan Thomas joined us in studio to give us some tips on how to refresh our homes without having to break the bank. And you are looking so good. Oh, my word. I wish everyone could smell you right now. Yaki coming through, smelling like my man on a Sunday. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
I'm so good, knowing that you are here to help us refresh our homes for 2022. So what are your tips on making it easy as well for this new year?
Well, with everybody coming out of COVID and, wanting to find a new way forward, this is the perfect time to do it. And the best thing to do without breaking the bank, exactly what you just said now, is just a couple of pieces that we can update and we can go through the different spaces. So in the bedroom, we spend quite a lot of time there. And it's important to sleep in really good sheets, nothing less than 140, otherwise it gets a little itchy.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly,
I feel you.
Exactly. And we always have a great selection from 144 all the way up to 600 thread count, which is really good for just updating the space, which is really important, with beautiful duvet covers, ranging from prints to plains, which I think is a really nice way to just make your space feel great.
And that's the display you have over there.
Yeah.
So the bedroom, that is all the key pieces that we need just to elevate and make sure that it's fresh,
Totally.
it is ready for this year ahead.
Totally.
Can we talk about the bathroom as well? Because that is usually my pet peeve. I love a fresh-smelling bathroom. Everything needs to be clean. It needs to be minimalistic. What do you have for us when it comes to that?
Well, diffusers are a good way to make it feel fresh, right? So I think that's the first thing over there. But also with towels, there's a fantastic range of towels that they have there, which are in neutrals or brighter colors. I mean, I prefer a neutral, so I would definitely go for more neutral, but also a little bit more tactile. So when you're drying off your body, it just feels nice and snug, right? Yeah.
Like a hug after bath time as well.
Exactly.
And then when it comes to the living room, what would you advise as well for that? Because that is usually the first point of entry when you come to someone's space. That is something that greets people when they're coming into your home. How would you refresh that as well?
So scatter cushions is a good way to make your space feel like really fresh and updated. You can either bring a pop of color into it or you could just keep it more neutralized, but it is exactly that point of entry. And curtaining is also really great for that space because they complement each other really well. You could also get beautiful rugs, which will always have that collaboration with Hertex, which is great. And then there's like decor pieces, like you can get like plants and lights and things like that. That just doesn't have to cost a fortune, but just makes it feel nice and fresh.
Do you think minimalistic is going to be the trend and continue with the trend for 2022? Or are we going to see more pops of color, more things throughout the house?
I do think there's going to be a bit of both. And I think as people are spending more time at home, they're really starting to identify with who they are versus following in a trend, which I think is really important because your home needs to reflect who you are, right?
100%. Now, here's the thing as well. A lot of parents are prepping for the kids to go back to school, back to university. The dorms, kids, students spend so many time in the apartments, in their student dorms.
Totally.
How do we, again, refresh that space for them?
Right. And with this being a cost-effective way that you need to approach it, right? So we always have these wonderful duvet inner bale sets, which we see over there, which is great. And what's really fun about this is you buy the duvet and the pillow inner together, and they start from like $5.99, which is such a good way to... What? I know, right? So it's a really good way to actually make sure your kid sleeps comfortably. Well, as comfortably can be, because you still want them to come home at some point, right?
Now my kids are never coming home again. I'm sure that I wish I had this throughout my student life, because I didn't even have I had a bunker bed. I was like sleeping.
So you're the
like
top or the
this.
bottom?
Yeah. Hey, I was the bottom. No, for sure. But some great pieces as well. I know you mentioned a lot of the infusers as well. That is also quite big right now.
Totally. Diffusers are really, really big because it also identifies exactly how you said, like, I smell with what I smell like today. Exactly, right? So as you go into somebody's home or into your own home, you want it to feel fresh. And the diffuser range is just so good. They last long. And it just is a great identification within your space.
Putting you on the spot right now, one item. You can only take one item to spruce up your house, give it a bit of spice, give it a bit of flavor. What is it?
Ooh, I would go with a diffuser.
A diffuser?
Exactly.
Hey!
Yes, I love the smell. Smell, essentially, is so important, right? And it's like if you smell a restaurant, you associate that memory. So for me, smell is really important.
So weird. I was actually thinking you're going to go with a plant because you look like a plant dad. But it's okay. Each their own thing.
I'm not.
You're not a plant dad?
I prefer fresh flowers.
Okay. Okay, I'll buy you for Valentine's Day. It's coming. It's around the corner, okay? Well, there you have it, Mzansi. Refresh your home by applying these tips from interior designer Dylan Tomage. You can, of course, shop all your homeware needs at Woolworths, and this is available in-store, online, or on the app. And I think I am taking this one home because I need it.
Stand a chance to win 10,000 Rand towards your child's school fees. Spend 500 Rand on schoolwear from Woolworths and swipe your My School card to enter. Entries close on the 23rd of January 2022. Shop in-store, online or on the app.